So, SmackDown after Mania started off with Julia versus Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. Women's Championship.
The first match was the worst match
Tiffany,
because why they do my
uh,
baby girl like that?
who, Julia or Tiffany?
You know I want to talk about Tiffany. Go ahead, do your explainer, Cass. I got you.
It's all good. Tiffany, she looked, in my opinion, she looked a little sloppy with the cart roll reversals and then the duck that she barely ducked her head for. But, the match was longer than the majority of the women. I think all three of them might have been longer than all the women matches at Mania, which is kind of scary.
But to me, that's where the disrespect come in. That match was sloppy as hell. They did not need to do the beautiful madness like that. Julia deserves better. Even she was laughing when the camera cut away. And I know that may tie into her gimmick, the beautiful madness. But let's call a spade a spade. This was a trash ass call. We do not need another trash ass champion.
What I'll say is this, right? Because now that I'm thinking about it, did you watch WWE Unreal?
No, I try to stay away from that.
All right. Well, I watched it, and in it, the thing with Chelsea, and they were saying, "Oh, Chelsea, she can't beat this person because blah, 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 blah." With Tiffany as the U.S. Women's Champion, I think it kind of opens the door a little bit for that old man business creative to, you know what I'm saying, to try and give the U.S. Women's Championship some motion. But they could have did the same thing with Julia, and it would have made sense because she's like pretty much internationally known, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Exactly. So we basically need a blonde hair, blue eyed white woman to basically represent that championship. That's cool and all, but we don't need Barbie. We need the madness.
it's not even her fault either.
I understand that, but I want creative to understand. We wanted the real version of Julia. Like, bro, Zelina Vega can wrestle, and look what they did to her. I'm just saying.
R.I.P.
Somebody don't respect women wrestlers.
Somebody in creative. All right, so then, oh wait, Paige and Brie Bella come out speaking on WrestleMania. Charlotte to come out and challenge them to a match. They say they're both down. Let's get a ref and run it. And then we get the match. And during the match, JC Jane pops out with Fatal Influence, took them all out. I love it and I'm here for it. What are your thoughts?
Same. I love it. That's how you debut a faction. You knock down every big name possible. Show that dominance, show that strength. And the simple fact that they zeroed in on Alexa Bliss was funny to me. I ain't even gonna lie.
Then we go into Cody Rhodes. He comes out. He speaks on his WrestleMania match, even revealing the symbolism of his outfit was a shot and a response to Sami Zayn calling him the Golden Boy, leading up to the WrestleMania match. And he essentially tells TKO that 0-3 against him, so why don't they relax, count their money, and stay out of the way? I like the outfit, by the way. At first, I didn't get it when he was wearing it because it was all gold and all and sparkly and shit, and I was like, "That's different." But him saying this, I get it now. Cause he never, cause even on the his podcast, he talks about being called the Golden Boy, but he doesn't feel like the Golden Boy.
Nah, I wouldn't even say he the golden boy. I'm gonna be honest. He got a lot of opportunities, but he's also likable.
Hmm.
Look how many times, you know what I'm saying, he didn't put on a good match.
And I'll be honest, I'm not like the
Injured,
biggest Cody Rhodes fan, but I do respect his in ring ability.
injured.
And then yeah, and then seeing the highlights from him. What was that? The Helen was it Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins with the torn
Mm-hmm.
pectoral? Yeah,
Pectoral muscle, yeah.
yeah.
Much respect. Much respect. Now I will say this: I do love how he keep calling TKO out,
Hmm.
and I know he trying to keep. I know it sounds like he talking about his storyline, but I can't help but feel like
Talking about
he on
everybody
what the
else's
rest of us.
storyline.
Yeah, he on what we on. Fuck TKO, stay out our business.
Hold on, and then real quick before we move into uh, the next tag match we're about to talk about. Um, did you notice what they did in the beginning?
What?
They took Brock Lesnar out of the now and they put him in the forever.
Well, them bitches was paying attention.
Yeah, you know who else I also knows that was in the forever?
Who?
Paul Heyman.
You better say that shit. Yeah, I thought you was gonna say Hulk Hogan. I was about to say, I can't take no more Hogan news, bro. I can't.
So then we go into the R Truth and Damian Priest going against JC Mateo and Tama Tonga. This was actually for the tag titles too, now that I remember. This wasn't no regular tag match. I didn't write it down in my notes, but now that I remember because Solo solely told them to go out there and bring the tag gold back to the family. But
So you telling me that was for the tag team championship?
if I'm not mistaken, because remember what he
So we,
said to them, y'all get the gold back and bring it back to the family. We need tag gold.
yeah, I understand that, but so now we burying MFTs now. That was a weak way to beat
Who
the
won the titles
MFTs.
originally? Wasn't it Tongaloa and Tama?
Yeah, back in the day. No, actually it was Tama and Jacob, but then Solo
Oh,
put it on.
yeah. Yep. That's how that happened. All right, so then we go into Trick comes out celebrating with Lil Bo and the Gingerbread Man. They say the open challenge is over. Towards the end of the celebration, the Gingerbread Man attacks Trick and Little Bo and reveals himself to be Sami Zayn and gets booed. Sammy also hits Trick with what was that shit? The hell of a kick
Yeah,
before he exits as well. And I was expecting Carmelo Hayes to be underneath the gingerbread man outfit.
I feel like they dropped the ball with that because Carmelo Hayes should have been in the gingerbread straight because of the he gonna spin the block comment.
Hmm.
I've been waiting on him to spin the block since before WrestleMania, bro. You know that?
I thought he was gonna
Sammy
pop
beat
out
him.
during WrestleMania.
I did too. Like we haven't seen Kez since he got knocked out by Sammy, for real. And to be
I don't
honest
know if
with
he's
you,
injured or
and to
not,
be
but
honest with you, he might be, but to be honest with you, when he come back, Sammy got some. You got to deal with Trick and Mello. I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Then we go to Royce Keys backstage speaking on winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Solo pops in and says Tala isn't too happy about the loss and gave him the day off. And there's room in the fam for Royce Keys.
That's one person I do believe that's hurt is Tala Tonga. I do believe Tala Tonga's hurt. I do believe that because why wouldn't you be there? Why wouldn't you be the one to push that narrative forward? Why would you say I gave him the night off?
I got a reason for that, and we could talk about that towards when we get to it. I think they're protecting him. It's smart when you think about it. So then we get a whole bunch of not even promo videos, vignettes, shorts, part one, part two of Danhausen pretty much messing with the Miz and his married home life, and takes his daughter's bike and rides off down the block.
Man, what's your thoughts on that?
We need more of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. We need. This is what honestly what we need is Danhausen just messing with everybody and trolling them on the main roster. It don't even necessarily have to just be the main roster.
It could be anybody.
Anybody can get Danhausen at any point in time.
Did you pay attention to what happened when SmackDown first came on when he
Yeah,
pulled
when
up
he
in the
pulled
housing
up
mobile?
in the mobile house, yes, and then he had Stephen A. The big head Stephen A. Smith. It's like, how about them Knicks? I'm like, say you could get cursed too. That's Stephen A. Smith. So then we get Danhausen versus The Miz. Danhausen wins in spectacular fashion and is now 2-0. He is undefeated. And my question to y'all watching is, can he keep the streak going? Can he hit the infamous 21-0? Do you think it's possible, Rob?
I think he gonna do it.
Listen, I think
I think he
anything
gonna
is
do it.
possible with all the supernaturalness he got on his side.
I think he gonna do it because for real, he just too over, and I don't see him losing no time soon. You know, shenanigans, curses, comedy. It's just too many factors, bro. Like, and I'm here for it.
hmm I know what else I want to see. Because now that I know how close they are, Danhausen tag teaming with Ethan.
Ethan Page.
Yes. I don't know what they would call those hoes, but I would like to see it. Because I think Danhausen could play off at Ethan, and Ethan could play off. Yeah, I think there's some magic there.
But I've been screaming Ethan Page been underrated for how long, bro? In our personal conversations about wrestling, how long I've been saying Ethan Page is underrated?
For the
Like,
longest. And at first, I
man,
didn't get it when he was on NXT, and then they had him get the title. Was it like his first night?
yeah.
Because he didn't sign the contract until like later on that night. Technically, story wise. All right, then we get Blake Monroe vignette play saying she's coming soon. The glamour.
I'm tired of her already.
Who? Blake Monroe?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the glamour?
No cheeks. I'm just playing. Nah, her. I know she can wrestle, bro, and it's just like I'm not feeling her gimmick right now. Maybe on the main roster it'll because it's so over the top. Maybe I'll like it better. I'm gonna give her
Cause
a chance when I see her on
she's more
SmackDown.
like a damn, you know what it is? It's like she's it feels like she's being a character of like that diva era, but
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
she's
I
not
gotta see
scared to
how it
throw
play.
down type shit.
Yeah, that's why I say I gotta see how it play out on SmackDown. Because
Oh my
SmackDown you can
god.
be over the
I think
top.
I know what they're about to do.
What?
They're about to put her with Chelsea.
Don't say that.
They're about to put her with Chelsea Green, and it's oh my god, it's gonna be a match made in heaven.
Now
Holy
that's gonna
shit!
be the female. Look, that's a female DX. That's funny. That's gonna be nothing but comedy.
And they'll play off with each other, and then they just cut Alba Fires. Everybody knows she will be missed. I'm a misser. Can't wait to see what she does on the Indies. Honestly, but
Hashtag for Alba.
s-
Hashtag justice for Alba.
we still got Slagent P. She's injured, but she can come back. And if we get Slagent P back, but
Yeah.
I don't think Blake will be a Slagent. I think she would be probably Chelsea's VP or something like that.
Oh, you think they're gonna turn the Secret Herbis all the way to fuck up?
Yeah, because I don't think because remember when Piper was out injured, she didn't want to replace Piper, and she told
They
Creative
ain't got
that
no
she
choice now.
yeah, because they cut Alba. So
Unless, but then nah, it ain't. She ain't about to drop that. That's money. That's too much money.
hmm
Let's see what Chelsea. What happened with Chelsea Green? Come back off an injury.
yeah,
She should be ready to come back in the next 2 3 weeks.
it depends on how bad that injury is. Remember, Bianca Belair hurt her finger. Like, she was out for.
Hold on. While I'm not doing nothing, let me look on Google and see what Chelsea Green is doing.
All right. So then Rhea comes out, says she wants to be a fighting champ, issues an open challenge. Fatal Influence comes out to boo Slaughter than Sami Zayn from earlier. Then Nick Aldis says he was thinking about what he was going to do after she and Fatal Influence attacked all the women in the tag match earlier, and his solution is in the ring, Rhea. And also during that, when JC was talking trash to Rhea. She was talking about how they took out four legends already on their first night, on their debut. So it would be only fitting for them to win some gold on pretty much on their debut, pretty much. So then we do get the match Rhea versus JC Jane. Fallon and Laney they attack Rhea before she can hit JC Jane with Riptide to potentially win the match.
Mm.
What do you think about the match?
I love the match. I love the ending because that's how you book a faction. I can't say it
Male
enough.
faction at
Can't say
that.
it enough. At that, yeah, I can't say it enough. They made Rhea look weak. I like it. I like it. Nah, I'm gonna change that. I love it. Humble mommy. You know, now you're making Fatal Influence a threat.
hmm
I love it. It's smart booking.
Charlotte sees Rhea backstage in medical and says she'll take care of the JC Jane issue herself, considering the champ can't do it.
Mm. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been seeing a lot of fours running around the WWE over WrestleMania weekend. I've been seeing and hearing. What you think?
Uh, there's gonna need to be a babyface faction to deal with, to at least counterbalance the impact Fatal Influence is about to have. God forbid they get along the irresistible forces and they oh my god it will snowball out of control so quick.
I think the irresistible force is gonna beat the brakes off of them.
I don't know, they might oh no, I'm tripping, they might,
Exactly. You got to remember who we talking about. That's a
but it's
dominant tag
but
team right there.
it's a 3-on-2 though.
Dominant.
They've been
They
together
that's
longer than them
still
though.
it don't matter. It don't matter. For, we not about to act like Nia Jax can't beat all three of them bitches by herself. Nia Jax is
I don't
still
know.
that. It's still that.
That rolling arm card, man.
I ain't taking that away,
That rolling
but
arm card
you still gotta
she
account for
caught
Lash
Lola
and her
slipping with
strength.
that. No, I'm counting for it, but I'm also counting on JC Jane's fucking Wolverine esque tenacity.
And you also gotta account that, you know what I'm saying?
Her finally got some tenacity to her. I'm not too sure about Lainey because she like I haven't seen her that much on TV, bro. So I know she has a whole bunch of. I found out earlier that she has over 400 matches in on NXT, and I've only can remember maybe about 10 of them on TV. We need, me personally, I needed to see her. I need to see more matches out of her because I'm sure like that her debut going against JC Jane. That was, I was impressed. I was like, who the fuck is this girl? But I was still impressed.
Yeah, I still say what I said though.
Respect.
Nobody's beating the irresistible forces
All right.
without cheating.
So before we get into the main event, we're gonna talk about what happened at the beginning of the show, which was the night starting off with Jacob Fatu cutting a promo saying Roman is right, he's not ready. That's something he's been hearing his whole life. It says Roman should step in the ring and show him. Instead, the Usos come out. Jim presents an alternative route for him to challenge Cody while he's still weak and still get what he wants, and they'll even back him up. Jay said it's too late. He already stepped up, challenged Roman, and he needs to prepare for war. Then the
You
MFTs
in the
come
deep
out.
water now.
Then the MFTs
Mm.
come out. Solo tells him the Usos are lying and how he has no problem providing an army for him to take on Roman. Tama takes the mic from Solo and asks why are they wasting their time on him when he can't even beat Solo. Then the match gets booked for the main event of the night. Jacob Fatu versus Solo. Usos end up
I ain't
coming
gonna
out.
lie.
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Solo was. I thought Solo had that. But go ahead.
You thought he was gonna win that?
Yes. Yes, I did. I don't know why being retarded, dumb, stupid, and ignorant. I do not know why. I was all of those at the same time. I do not know why.
See, and this is why I think Tyler got the quote unquote night off because of the what after the match played out. So then Usos they come out during the match and they don't interfere or anything. They don't touch nobody. They just standing there at like the pretty much right there at the top of the ramp the whole time. And Solo is running the numbers game on Jacob during the whole entire match, but that man Jacob perseveres, gets the win by himself,
Uno, dos, tres.
and then after the match goes on a rampage. The Usos at first they were beating him up, and then the Usos were about to come up and help him. Then out of nowhere he flipped the script on them and took them all out.
They leveled Jacob up last night. He
And the
went Super Saiyan,
Usos
homie.
just standing there like, oh, just amazed.
Oh, amazed. He went Super Saiyan. They leveled him up. They're creating a credible threat for Roman. That match is about to be wild. That's about to be a wild match, and
Yes.
I'm here for it. I boast. Definitely here for it. Oh, and I will say this:
Mm-hmm.
I like how the Usos came from two different angles.
Mm-hmm. With solutions for him to get what he wants, but then also Jay also reminded him it's already too late. You already stepped up. You already shot your shot at the tribal chief. Now you got to follow through.
You in the deep end.
You need to prepare for war. You're gonna sink or swim.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So this is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna have a lot of people second guessing the outcome of that match at Backlash if everything goes right Monday night. But I'll also not be surprised during that segment that Jacob and Roman have if it gets interrupted by Oba Femi.
I don't know
You think it'll be too much at once?
exactly. Cody talking shit, talking about he unbeatable. He's well not unbeatable. He's hard to beat, and he beat Oba
Wait,
at Saturday's main event.
whoa. That was a wasn't that like a 2-man disqualification? Actually, no. He went in the
This motherfucker beat Oba. This motherfucker beat Oba Femi, bro.
he ain't pin him.
Cody Rhodes. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
You can look it up. It's on YouTube.
What are you talking about? He didn't pin over. You forgot what happened at that Saturday Night main event?
Hold on, I'm about to look it up. Make sure I
Drew
ain't tripping.
McIntyre came out, nigga. Fucked up the whole match.
I'm about to make sure I ain't tripping because I could have sworn.
Last person that pinned Oba was Ricky Saints. And then he came back and said, the ruler is back, the bringer of war is back, your daddy is home.
I'm playing the clip now. I'm playing the clip now, sir. Oh shit. Yeah, he did. I thought Cody pinned him. I'm
Hell
tripping.
no. There was no winner of that match because everybody was pissed that they didn't get a good proper ending to the match because Drew McIntyre came out and fucked it up. Because
Ooh,
remember
what about Obafemi versus Drew McIntyre?
that I would love to see,
Ah,
but we all know Drew he gotta shoot a movie, so we ain't gonna see him for a while. I'll be honest with you. He gotta go. He's in Highlander. There's a new
nah,
Highlander show.
if he about to film Highlander, I heard he was still gonna be doing his duties. That don't mean shit. He gonna be traveling back and forth.
Nigga, he about to be all. I think what was it, New Zealand? He might be able to pop in during the European when they go to Europe. As a matter of fact, they're gonna be doing that pretty soon after
That's
Backlash.
what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought he could be up in Europe.
Yeah, but he's. I think they're filming out in like somewhere in like New Zealand or Norway or some shit like that. But he might be able to do it during the European tour. But like, you know what I'm saying, depending on how involved this character is in the story. But if he's like a supporting cast member and he's like the second or third or the main or whatever, You know what I'm saying? He might have to lock in. He might do some promo shit, like doing interviews and stuff like that for the movie and obviously the WWE.
Yeah, but
That's
he gonna have to still lock in.
yeah. But I don't think he gonna, you know what I'm saying, be too hands on with it until he's actually done. Well, if you enjoyed the video and our commentary, discussion, recap on the events of the SmackDown after Mania, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and also comment down below if you think that this man Danhauser can keep the streak going. He's 2-0. The streak gotta start somewhere.
Facts. That's all I got to say about that one is facts. You took everything that I was about to say and you just said it, sir.
And I thank you guys for y'all time.